Hello everyone and welcome over to race number 7 of the NASCAR 2003 PMU Cup Series here at Dover. And now, as usual, we shall take a look at the point standings as of at the start of this race. And before that, I shall do a bit of a recap on the previous race. In fact, I would have not, because last race was pretty boring at Watkins Glen. But who knows? The only special thing about it was that Drew Walker had won his first ever race with the BPE team. So that's one thing good for him and one thing good about this race. So now let's move on to the point standings. And here you can see right now, Zach Campbell has just taken the points lead, but only 1 point from Camry Jr. Zach Campbell, despite not winning a race, will be up in the lead. So Camry Jr. will now be down into second place behind Zach Campbell. And Jackie Halleck with a win, of course. Camry Jr. and Jackie Halleck with a win. Jackie Halleck with a win will stay in third place for that moment in time. And up into fourth, Drew Walker after that win. And behind Drew Walker is another champion, Solomon Sheridan, another former champion Solomon Sheridan with a win, of course, in fifth place. And David Dixon is currently sixth, despite not winning a race just yet. But him and the SCR team, the Southern Cross Racing, seem to be going quite strong at the moment. And Owen Scott down into 7th place with a win, having won the opening round at Daytona 250. And Olivia Reynolds will be in 8th, currently in 8th place at the moment. And Sabre Fox in 9th, and Nick Tender in 10th. Those are all your top 10 drivers. And then moving down from the points, Trey Meeks climbing up a little bit, and so does Jerry Chen. Well, the latter having finished quite a strong finish, probably the best in the season so far for Jerry Chen. And who else is worth mentioning? Camry Sr. climbing up, quite a big leap for Camry Sr. Camry Sr. 14 places up for him. And also quite a big leap for Blake Parker, having put on strong finishes after a really bad start for Blake Parker. And David Scott, having finished in the top 10 last race, has also made quite a bit of a leap in 19th place. And who else? Well, it seems to me that Lean Hill and his team, Lee Motorsports, seem to be struggling even worse as I can remember now. It seems to me that the team have encountered what I believe is one of their worst ever finishes in the series. So one of the worst ever start of the season in the series so far, if I can remember. So, but otherwise, I guess that is it. And for the time being, for the next few seconds, I shall keep this on for the rest of you guys to see which driver. Well, basically, where are you all standing at the moment in terms of points? So in that case, that's it, and we shall get a move on with Dover. Okay, now let's start on with the qualifying session. Now, let's see who will qualify for today's race. Who will qualify on pole for today's race? Jerry Chang will start on the pole, and God knows how long Wendy he started. When was the last time he started on pole? Jerry Chan. Behind him is Solomon Sheridan and Drew Walker in third place. David Scott fourth. Seems to be getting the better out of him, having finished in the top 10. Trey Meeks in 5th, Eddie Flores Jr. 6th, Bradley Riem in 7th, Jackie Halleck in 8th, Jackie Daytona in 9th, and Cam Wright Sr. in 10th place. And the rest... Okay, and there you go. Let's see how this race will go from there. And let's all take a moment to hear the words in motor racing.
Drivers, start your engines.
All cars are lining up as the pace car will start to make its move. Here we go. And here we go. Let's see if Jerry Chen can score his first win since season 4. Hopefully we can pull it off. Dover is quite a challenging track, so I hope there's going to be at least a little something. And by the way, I just scroll through the drivers and I see we have a new paint scheme here for today's race. Tyree Lowell, I think that'll be his new permanent scheme from now on. All the cars line up without fail. And looks so that the pace car will start to pull in. It's only short, this track is really short, and that's why we have 100 laps. So as the pace car starts to pull in, we're about to go racing here at Dover, and let's hope we get some huge drama out of it here in today's race. Here we go. Who's gonna come out in first? Here we go. Here we go. Here at Dover, we are going racing already, as now Jerry Chen will start to hold on into the lead. And going down the order, and looks as though that there's some scattering going along. And someone, yeah, I thought there was going to be some trouble, but right now it seems to me that the race is getting a bit quiet for now. Well, the race started off pretty well at least, so Jerry Chen will continue to lead at Dover. And there is Solomon Sheridan right there, and Drew Walker in third place. And some overtaking opportunities going along. There is Jackie Halleck on Eddie Flores Jr. And we have a caution. What's going on? Oh my goodness me. And we have a terrible caution. We have a terrible collision at the end of lap 3. Well, at the start of lap 3. And oh boy. So how did it all started already? So this is going to be real drama out of it. So what actually happened? Oh, something got bunched up. So let's see how it all happened. Oh, Rain and Army went into the front of the other cars. But at least oh dear. That was some drama. Luckily, some of the cars have not sustained any damage. And we shall go. Let's take a look at a couple of onboard cameras. Ray and Army seem to have been in the center of them all. Let's see. Go on board. Wait, who else might be worth mentioning? Or might putting an onboard camera off? I'm not sure. So that's probably going to be it for now, as everyone starts to roll in. Probably not going to be any pit stops. Or are there going to be pit stops? That's a big question mark. What's going on with Jerry Chen? Oh, Jerry Chen. What's going on with Jerry? Why is he so close? Why is he coming into the pits? Or am I thinking that looks pretty suspicious, the way he was acting? And he's coming into the pits, but the rest of them stay out. What is going on with Jerry Chen? Is he gonna make an early pit stop? That is very confusing. We have to take a look at Jerry Chen. Don't know if the others are coming in for their pit stop. I'm not sure. Maybe they're coming in later on. But I guess Jerry Chen might want to push his luck for something out of it. What's happened to Jerry Chen? Oh, he's literally doing a regular pit stop and now he's coming out. So Jerry Chen is down into somewhere in 20th place. Yeah, he's down. He's down in around 30th place. So we'll keep an eye on it for now. But for now, we should have to pay attention. So 39th place, Jerry Chen. So we'll be right back. And here we go, racing again here at Dover. Let's hope it's not going to be any more drama as we're about to go racing again here at Dover. And this time Sheridan will be up into the lead. And here we go as now Solomon Sheridan. Oh, and there is David Scott in the 92 car. Driving for BPE, I believe. Some interesting battles going along. There is Cameron Senior on Bradley Ream. An interesting battle for the lead now as Drew Walker trying to make a move on Sheridan. So as confirmed, well, I should have mentioned it before, but all cars will be able to continue after that collision. and David Scott seemed to be blocking the rest of the field as Solomon Sheridan and Andrew Walker are now pulling away from the rest of the field. And here comes Drew Walker on the 11 car of Solomon Sheridan. I think he's trying to give himself a little bit of a look. Still no way of getting past as of yet, but anything can happen. Oh, Owen Scott appears to have got involved. What actually happened to Owen Scott? Did he? I swear, I'm not sure if he got involved or anything, but oh my, there was a close shave between Owen Scott and David Dixon. Oh my god, they actually collided with each other. Luckily, there's no caution, but somehow that would hurt them pretty much. Let's take a look at it again. But what a close call between David Dixon and Owen Scott. I did not see this before, so I thought maybe something actually happened. But there you go. A close shave. What a close shave between the 45 car and the 12 car. Let's see how Chen is doing the pole sitter. Somehow he is slowly getting up there in 28th place. He's got newer tires, so it's possible he can get it back up. He's got a long way to go. Anyway, to the front again as Drew Walker and Owen Scott are still... Sorry, Drew Walker and Solomon Sheridan are still battling it out together. They're still first and second respectively. Sheridan and Drew Walker, I mean, not in that particular order as I mentioned before, but who knows. Solomon Sheridan still leads and still holding on pretty well. There's still not much resistance going on between Sheridan, and there's not much action going along from Drew Walker. As looks like Owen Scott will start to slow down as a result of that unfortunate collision, which ended up in him having two side damages in both sides of the car, which is going to be a bit of a challenge now, especially when we're coming up to what I believe is supposedly the actual first round of pit stops. But right now, the main focus is between the two for now, as they are continuing to pull away. David Scott still up front, still up in the front of the rest of the pack, and it seems as though that Jackie Halleck is literally trying to make her way around the 92 car to almost no avail. And Jackie Halleck doing everything she can. She had that with David Scott before, back in Chicagoland, where David Scott literally tagged onto Jackie Halleck, which resulted in her and two other cars being sent onto the wall on what was a controversial moment for the 92 car. As right now, David Scott is still hanging in there at the moment. And Trey Meeks and Cameron Sr., they are both right there as well. Did I see some smoke? I saw some smoke. I guess I was not seeing things properly. I thought I saw some smoke, but yeah, I thought some smoke. But right now, the action is still going along. Solomon Sheridan is still leading at the moment. Oh, a close one. Patrick Thompson on Dylan Hayden. And looks as though that Solomon Sheridan, Andrew Walker, the leaders, are getting close to Owen Scott, who's getting slower and slower than ever before. And it looks as though there might be some resistance between three teams now. I don't know if Owen Scott wants to do something about it, because that collision might have literally paid him off right now. He's just trying to nudge his car to the finish line, but I don't know if he wants to have to deal with being lapped down as a result of that. So they're now getting closer and closer and closer to Owen Scott, so something to watch out for. Let's take a look at the rear of Owen Scott, as the two cars are literally chasing down and trying to lap down Owen Scott. And are getting closer and closer. And I think Owen Scott is aware of what he's doing right now, so I guess this is going to end quite nicely. I was doubting because of how bad Owen Scott was in terms of his lines at times, but I think Owen Scott might have had a bit of a resistance between the two as a result of them being passed. Now he's a lap down already. It's not as clean as I thought, but who knows about what's going to happen to the rest of the field. In fact, David Scott is just right there, so I do hope that these two don't clash each other. That could have been worse. Other slow cars. In fact, the next slow car coming next is Aditya Baggers in that 26 car. On board David Scott. And getting close. Would this be a friendly move on for Owen Scott? And slowly does it. So now it's all clear between the leaders and the rest of the field. David Scott up front still. Jackie Halleck still in 4th place. But the gap is still pretty big. And coming up next is Aditya Bagus. On board Solomon Sheridan. Let's see how close is it. At least he's getting between the 26 car. Oh, Baggers just shuts the door, or Solomon Sheridan went a bit early on the 26 car. But it has greatly affected him because I think Drew Walker is just right there. Looks like they're trying to give some drafting and giving way to the 26 car. Oh, Drew Walker going a bit wide at the moment from distraction between the two. Jerry Chen in 15th place. And we have another caution. What happened this time? Oh my goodness me. Drama here. Oh, Owen Scott got involved. That looks pretty hell. That looks pretty hectic. What happened this time? Oh, Blake Parker sent Blake Parker onto the wall. Send Owen Scott. I thought something was going to happen. Owen Scott becomes too slow. Oh, and Owen Scott tried to rejoin, and then lots of the cars got taken out by him. Absolute drama. Absolute drama. I thought something was going to happen. Owen Scott is going to become so slow that he's not going to be able to make control of his car properly. And then this is what happened. Blake Parker just dumped Owen Scott onto the wall, and then as soon as he tried to rejoin, and unfortunately everyone else tried to avoid him, but they could not. But they couldn't. How unfortunate that is. We'll take a look at another angle. Oh, bit of a nasty shunt. onboard camera Owen Scott. And then the rear camera of Owen Scott, we can see more of the action going along. Let's see who else is worth looking at the moment. I mean, David Dixon. We'll take a look at Kak here. Or actually, Terry Lowell is worth looking. He's the one who got hit. Right, onboard camera. That'll be for the best. And then I think Jonah Burrows, and then that'll be entirely it. So, are we going to see pit stops coming in? So we will see who is going to come out first. Sheridan, Walker, Scott, David, Meeks and Halleck, I think. Well, I think Meeks has got the line first. Hill, Senior, Roberto Crown Jr. and Daytona. And doesn't look like real drama at the moment. Okay, so we're at midway point of the race, which is quite good. So as a result, we're going to go for a short break, and we shall be right back just before we restart the race. So Take care, everyone, and we will be right back after a short ad break.
You spend years making a name for yourself. When you're known by your number, that's fuel for the soul.
And we're back here, and we shall take a look at the drivers that have retired so far. Jordan Edwards, David Dixon, Terry Lowell, Jonah Burridge, Enos Kakia, and Owen Scott have all retired, but the rest will be able to restart the race. As we're about to go green already, the pace car has pulled in, and we're going racing again after 53 laps. So, which means we've only got about just around 47 laps to go. 47 laps to go here at the Dover. And right now, Sheridan is still leading at the moment, but now we've got closer racing than ever before because of the caution and that close the gap. Oh, here comes Drew Walker. Is going to make an attempt of a pass for the lead. And he's got his teammate, David Scott, for assistance. And will he make it in front? Here comes Drew Walker. He's certainly pulling on a great drive on Solomon Sheridan. That certainly paid off. The caution paid off for him. Now he's got better slight tires on it. Yeah, for Drew Walker. Here comes Solomon Sheridan. Drew Walker has taken the lead from Solomon Sheridan for the first time. And he's up front. Will it be a BPE 1-2? As David Scott will try and work his way around the 11 car. Solomon Sheridan, who had somehow dominated, but, well, basically every time Solomon Sheridan dominated, he would eventually fade out in the end. So now Drew Walker is now your new race leader, and so far David Scott has not made his way past the 11 car as of yet. And some interesting battles going along as Leland Hill tries to make his way up the front as well. He's in 5th place right now and still on a good chase. And look at all the cars getting around. Jerry Chen, he wants to get back to the front, who obviously just he basically decided to pit. I don't think it was a good thing for him. So now he's literally fighting through. He is currently in 11th place right now and fighting through what is supposed to be a great race. And he's right behind Areti Alejo. But right now up in front still, Drew Walker is still leading at the moment. And Sheridan is currently in a sandwich right now of BP Motorsports. And so far we've got another 3D car, probably could do with some assistance. Jackie Halleck is just right there. There's Camry Jr. Oh, and Zach Campbell, I think, might still be able to take the lead. Or actually, I think as it stands right now, I think Jackie Halleck would be the new race leader because she's all the way up in 4th place. And Zach Campbell is a bit further down, despite that he's still in front of Camry Jr. Oh, we've got another caution here. What's happened this time? Oh, that looks pretty worse off. Wow, that looks just as worse. And it happens at this exact same corner. What should we call this? The corner of death, I guess, because it often happens here. What happened this time? So who actually caused it? That looks like a really big one. Oh, someone dumped it and then caused everything else to unravel. This time on Bradley Rim. Bradley Rim dumped. Whoa! They almost flipped, and I think Bradley Rim had a jump at one point, and then oh my goodness me, and everyone else got tagged, they got involved, and that was entirely it. Well, this is turning into a bit of a doomsday. So we'll take a look at it again. This is the exact same thing that happened between Owen Scott and Blake Parker. This time is Bradley Rim on Riley Hill. Oh, I should have put it onto not Bradley, Riley Hill. Did I stopped it? I did stopped it, so anyway, let's take a look at it. And then went into the front of Jimmy Irvin and Aditya Bagus. And Jimmy Irvin. Oh, and Hayden also got tagged as well. I think Bradley Rim was trying to get into the pits, and somehow I think some car behind him went a bit too fast. Oh, he went into the front of Hayden while he tries to enter the pits, causing more damage and more cars getting involved, like Angelina Patrick, who I thought she'd made it, but she didn't. Right, onboard cameras. Onboard Jimmy Irving. Whoa, well that the driver's side, that looks like a nasty shunt. That looks like a nasty shunt. I think that's not the driver's side. That is not the driver's side. So, but it's okay because it's a short oval track, so I think Riley Hill is going to be okay. Probably almost dazed following that shunt between him and Jimmy Irvin. Yep, that is not the driver's side, so that's absolutely fine. No doubts whatsoever. And on board Aditya Bagus. And on board Riley Hill. And then the rear camera of Riley Hill. And I guess that will be it. Oh, and some cars that got involved in the last collision have eventually had it, like Rain and Army. Oh, and a close one. I think Vander Howell managed to get themselves right through it. On board Xander Howell, who made quite a clear through the wreck. It should certainly be the last one to look at. And all cars are slowing down bit by bit, just trying to get themselves together. Okay, so obviously we've recently had an ad break, so we'll just continue from there. So far, more drivers have retired. Angelina Patrick has retired. Bradley Rim has retired. Riley Howell has retired. Jimmy Irvin has retired. Ryan Anami has retired, and Aditya Bagas has also retired. Okay, and the pace car will pull in at the end of this lap. And here we go again. We've got 35 laps to go, and we're about to go racing again at Dover. Who's going to win? Will Drew Walker make it back-to-back wins? We've not seen him going back-to-back for quite a long time, but will he do it here at Dover? We're going racing again. Here we go. This is going to be another good race at Dover. Another good race to add to our list of races. So now Drew Walker still leads at the moment, but will Simon Sheridan try and fight back like Drew Walker did to him in the last caution? Although there were pit stops, they've had the pit stop, but will Simon Sheridan fight back now that the momentum had resetted? And Jerry Chen fighting his way through onto the top 10, and looks as though Jackie Halleck and Lean Hill are now fighting to get past David Scott. Whoa, close one. Don't let bad luck happen to Miss Halleck. And looks as though Lean Hill now at the back of David Scott, and I think he's not on a good line right there. He's on the outside line right now, and I think Trey Meeks is now trying to hold on to the draft. And David Scott back into third place. Could have lost the third place, but now he's managed to hold his way back into third place, and that's causing a bit of drama right there. Whoops-a-daisy, whoops-a-daisy. All three wide there. Senior, Alajo, and Chen. I should definitely focus on the top two right now. It looks as though that Solomon Sheridan is getting lively again now behind Drew Walker. They're going side by side. And Solomon Sheridan doing exactly everything possible to try and to get his lead back, at least. But we don't want to rule out other drivers just yet. I think Jerry Chen, the pole sitter, might be trying to fight back. Probably join in before the end of the race, but who knows? I just can't assume literally everything. We've got Flanders Wilson, who is soon to be lapped. Or was she already lapped? She was already lapped, so she could be lapped a second time if them to get anywhere close to Wilson, which is possible now, looking very, very possible. On board, Solomon Sheridan getting really close to Drew Walker. Look at that GOAT discount tire on the back of Drew Walker, and Solomon Sheridan is having to get put up with seeing the rear of Drew Walker right now. Hopefully the lap car could at least change something. We have got just over 20 laps to go, and now it's the round of Flanders Wilson, and I guess Wilson is going to do a friendly bit of. It's going to do the exact friendly bit of letting them pass. And they're still chasing each other. But not much resistance going along. And then David Scott gets past Wilson. Well, laps down Wilson. Then we've got Halleck, and then we've got Leon Hill. Here comes Sheridan on Drew Walker. Sheridan's door in front of him is literally opening for him. They're now going side by side. Here comes Sheridan on Drew Walker. Will Drew Walker resist? Will Drew Walker respond? Sheridan is closely getting past the 77 car. That could have been a photo finish if it literally happens this race. If this race literally ended at this point. But Sheridan is getting right in front of Drew Walker. But will Drew Walker fight back? That's a big question mark. Drew Walker had got involved with long-term battles before that lasted for at least more than a lap, which could be quite insane. But let's see if this battle can literally last. Sheridan is now up in front again. And it is possible that the other three cars might be able to try and get close to them before the end of the race. And I guess this might have shaken up the field because of Flanders Wilson. And Dylan Hayden is up next. So something to keep an eye out for now. We've got just over 10 laps to go. Solomon Sheridan is still your race leader at the moment. And I guess the tires are starting to wane up a little bit. And it's possible we hope we're not going to see a fuel mileage race out of it. Because I think by the looks of it, it looks as though that tires will start to fade. And then it looks as though it's going to be up to them to try and master the tires to try and win the race. It'll be mostly down to the tires at least. On board, Drew Walker. And Dylan Hayden, the lap car coming in. This is certainly going to be a deciding factor. Probably is going to be more because Flanders Wilson is getting slower than ever before. So now these cars are going to have to get put up with the rest of the lap cars now. Solomon Sheridan slowly trying to get past those lap cars. And there is Drew Walker right behind him. I don't think this is going to close the door. I don't think these cars at least are going to close the door to at least the leaders, as now they are in a sandwich right now of lap cars. They are literally getting away. There's no way of stopping them right now. And I guess this could play a part. Something could play a part between the two. So what's it going to be? Will Drew Walker do anything to overhaul Solomon Sheridan at the very last minute? There's not seem to be much resistance going along, and now we're coming to the penultimate lap of the race. It is going to be absolutely unbelievable to see Solomon Sheridan winning the race. Just one more short lap to go. So who's it going to be? Will Drew Walker fight back, or will it be for Sheridan? Sheridan is leading quite comfortably down there. He's already keeping himself aware of what is going to happen next. There's not much resistance going along, so there you have it. Solomon Sheridan is set to win his second race of the season. And what was quite a crazy race here today. And Drew Walker settled into second place. And third place will go to David Scott, having settled for third place for much of the race. And Jackie Halleck in fourth. Leland Hill in fifth. Sixth place, Alajo. Seventh place, Jerry Chen. Eighth place, Jackie Daytona. Ninth place, Zach Campbell. And 10th place, Trey Meeks. And the fastest lap time will go to Solomon Sheridan. Well, there you have it. So, moving down the order. Sorry. Saber Fox 11th, Cam Reid Sr. 12th, Roberto Crown Jr. 13th, Leland Hill Jr. 14th, Olivia Reynolds 15th, Blake Parker 16th, Christian Russell 17th, Cam Reid Jr. 18th, 19th Eddie Flores Jr., 20th Jace Chevalier, 21st Henry J. Brown, 22nd Patrick Thompson, 23rd Nicholas Wright, 24th Dark Rain, Nick Tanner 25th, Dex Miyazaki 26th, Casey Barnes 27th, and Xander Howell 28th. And the rest, with a few retirees. In fact, all the top 28 drivers have finished on the lead lap. The rest are either a lap down or have retired from the race. So there you have it. Sheridan wins again, and now we shall say thank you everyone for watching this race. Been a good race, and I guess we shall start making a move on. Who will who is no, I was not supposed to say who, but what is the next race going to be next? It's going to be North Wilkesboro Speedway. That is a crazy track. We've seen lots of highly atrocious races going along. So now let's move on from there. So once again, thank you everyone for watching this splendid race. We will see you all there, back on the track at North Wilkesboro. As I say again, thank you everyone, and we will see you all there back on the track very, 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 very soon.